Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Always forever in love. Um, I wasn't going to post again today because I posted on the Facebook page Forever and Always. But then I got a call today about a young lady, about 25 years old. She committed suicide. And it tore at my heart. Um, it was one of um, the stigmatism in African American community is that um, you're not allowed to be depressed. Not allowed to have suicidal thoughts. Um, that you're supposed to walk around and just be okay. As a matter of fact, they think it's okay for you to be mad. They think it's okay for you to be angry, but you can't be depressed. Depression is real. Depression doesn't discriminate whether it's a man or a female. Depression doesn't discriminate whether it's black, white, purple, green. Depression doesn't discriminate whether it's young or old. Depression is just that. It's depression. Um, it's a sickness. It's an illness. Depression is something that is festering inside of you, and when you have a series of events, it festers itself. There are times that you could be walking around completely happy, and the tiniest little thing can upset you, and you're having a bad day. You're just upset. You don't know why you're upset. You don't know why you're bothered. Um, but that's because it's depression. Um, and people don't understand it. They say, "Oh, well, let's just go have a drink. Let's do it. That it'll go away." Depression doesn't go away. Depression is manageable, but depression does not go away. Um, and depression leads to suicide. And the reason depression leads to suicide is because sometimes your thoughts become overwhelming. They become overbearing, and it's hard for you to cope. It's hard for you to understand. People can say that they love you. People can say that they care. They can say that they're there for you, but they don't. If they haven't been there, they don't actually understand. Um, so we have to bring awareness to it because there's too many people that will lose their lives, or taking their lives, or walking around in just complete depression and not getting help because there's nobody to help. Um, April 23rd, um, I tried to take my own life. I dealt with depression for years, for many of years. Um, I went to one doctor who diagnosed me with anxiety, and gave me something to sleep. Um, and then at some point I thought that was okay. I stopped taking the medicines, um, but it kept festering, and it just kept festering. And then I had a series of events that happened that people didn't understand was affecting me, and it ultimately made caused me to try to take my life. Um, I am grateful that I was not successful in doing it because when I finally came to and I came home, my daughter had texted me the most meaningful message to me, um, that uplifted me. Um, and it was very heartfelt. And it was very heartbreaking to know that I would hurt somebody else. And trying, in my mind, I was helping them to live better, but in all honesty, I was actually going to be hurting them. So I know when we're having these thoughts and we're depressed, we're thinking about making things better for everybody else, and we're actually making a very selfish decision because while we're thinking we're making it for everybody else and that nobody cares, there is that one person that does care. And that's all you need, is that one person that does care. All you need is that one person to reach out. Um, and then there's many other things to do. Um, But I want you to know that depression is real and it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to have those thoughts long as you don't act on those thoughts. When you feel those thoughts arise, if you're a praying person, start praying. If you're not a praying person, find somebody trusted that you can build a relationship with and actually communicate. Have a person, if a person is not dealing with depression, they can't understand your depression. If a person is dealing with suicide, they can't help you if they've not dealt with suicide before, whether it's been an attempt or whether they've dealt with it. Um, Even if they've had somebody close to them that has attempted suicide or somebody that has depression, that's still not the same. They don't understand. Um, so reach out to, if it's a group or if it's a person that you know, for instance, that is officially dealing with it, then you reach out to them, because even little things, like I know for myself, my mind is always going. So people don't understand why I always repeat the same thing. Actually, people got irritated with me always repeating the same thing. But that's how my mind works. It just goes and goes and goes and goes, and it replays and replays and plays. And then it gets me into a guilty state where I feel completely bad about anything. And then I feel like my solution is, if I'm gone, then everybody else can be happy. But in reality, you have people that love you. You have people that care. You have a God that loves you. You just have to find that person and reach out to them and cling on to them. But cling on to the one that wants you to cling on to them, that's going to say, hey, we're going to get through this and we're going to deal with this. Because dealing with somebody that's depressed, dealing with somebody that was suicidal, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It's like babying that person. So you have to find somebody that's willing to basically baby you and get you through it and get you strong, and that can understand your thought process, can understand how you feel. But you just need to be connected to the right person. So when you have those thoughts, you pick up a Bible and read. Turn on some happy music and dance. Do some journal writing. Or find that one person that just says, hey, I just need a lift up today. Or just say something funny to me today. But it's possible. You can get through it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Be open and honest and stop hiding it, because the more that you hide it and the more that you don't deal with it, it's the worse that you're going to make it for yourself. So own the depression. Own those thoughts. So that way now you can start dealing with them. And you can be here for the ones that do love you. And the ones that don't love you at this moment, they can find you and they can start loving you. So let's bring awareness to this disease that is very, very common in the African American community. It's very, very common everywhere. Like I said, it doesn't discriminate. So find it, find the root, and deal with it. If you can't find the root, find somebody that can help you find the root of the problem. But always remember, there's somebody that loves you, and there's somebody out there that'll help. With that being said, Forever and Always is out. Remember, we're on YouTube. Most of the videos will be on YouTube under Kimberly King, and that's KYMBERLEE. And then there's also the page Forever and Always that always has uplifting things for you as well. Thanks for following. Blessings, and reach out as much as you need to reach out. But there's somebody that's always there to help, including me. Be blessed.